The Bold and the Beautiful has long been known for its twists, drama, and emotional roller coasters. But the latest turn in the storyline surrounding Steffi's so-called death is one of the most shocking and controversial to date. After Steffi's alleged death in a tragic car accident, the Forrester family and her loved ones are left to mourn her passing. But as it turns out, the truth is far from what everyone believed. Steffi, it seems, didn't die in that crash. Staged her death in a desperate attempt to escape the turmoil surrounding her family, her marriage to Finn, and the dangers that seem to follow her at every turn. As the truth begins to unravel, Steffi's return to Los Angeles sets the stage for a clash of emotions, long-held grudges, and the reemergence of dangerous enemies. Finn, still grappling with the grief of losing his wife, must now face the truth. Steffi isn't dead, but the price of her deception may be higher than anyone could have anticipated. The return of Steffi is filled with complications as she faces off with old enemies like Sheila and Luna, who have their own agendas, and dark plans that involve Finn. And Steffi's reunion with him is far from certain. The unfolding events test the limits of love, trust, and redemption as old wounds reopen and dangerous new alliances form. As Steffi and Finn are forced to confront their past, it becomes clear that their reunion may be impossible, as the forces of betrayal and vengeance circle around them. Finn, overwhelmed with confusion and rage, battles with the betrayal he feels. How could Steffi have kept such a monumental secret from him? His grief has already torn him apart, and now he must contend with the fact that his wife, the woman he thought he had lost forever, had chosen to disappear without a word. His anguish runs deep as he faces the painful reality that their relationship may never be the same. In the meantime, Steffi has her own battles to fight. She has been living in hiding, away from the people who once meant everything to her, and now she must return to face the people she abandoned, including her beloved Finn. But Steffi's return to Los Angeles is fraught with danger. Sheila, the woman who has long been a threat to the Forrester family, sees Steffi's reappearance as an opportunity to further manipulate the situation to her advantage. Sheila has always had a twisted obsession with Finn, and the thought of losing him to Steffi once again fills her with rage. She has spent years plotting and scheming, and Steffi's return is the perfect chance to take back what she feels she is entitled to. Sheila's malevolent presence hangs over the entire situation, and it's clear that she will stop at nothing to destroy Steffi's chances of reclaiming her life with Finn. On the other hand, Luna, the woman who was responsible for Steffi's apparent death in the first place, also sees Steffi's return as a threat. Luna's hatred for Steffi has only deepened, and she will stop at nothing to see her rival destroyed once and for all. Having successfully manipulated events in the past, Luna now feels emboldened by Steffi's supposed demise, but she quickly realizes that Steffi's return is a huge complication. Luna knows that if she is to have any chance of being with Finn, she must neutralize Steffi once and for all. As Steffi faces off against these dangerous enemies, her hope for reconciliation with Finn seems increasingly unlikely. The web of deceit, betrayal, and jealousy has grown too tangled for them to simply pick up where they left off. For Finn, the emotions are overwhelming. He spent months grieving for his wife, only to find out that she was alive all along, hiding from him, from the family, and from the truth. He feels betrayed by Steffi's decision to fake her death, and he struggles to understand why she didn't trust him with the truth. Their relationship, once filled with love and hope, now feels like a distant memory, overshadowed by secrets, lies, and unresolved pain. As Steffi faces the consequences of her actions, she tries to explain herself to Finn, but the damage may already be done. Finn is torn between his love for her and the profound sense of betrayal he feels. Can Steffi ever truly make things right, or has the damage to their relationship been irreparable? Sheila and Luna are no less intent on causing chaos in Steffi's life. Sheila, desperate to regain control of Finn, is more dangerous than ever. She uses every opportunity to manipulate and deceive those around her, including Finn, who remains torn between his love for Steffi and his history with Sheila. Sheila's ability to play the long game, combined with her twisted attachment to Finn, makes her a formidable adversary for Steffi. who must contend not only with the emotional fallout of her deception, but with a woman who has spent years trying to tear apart her family. Meanwhile, Luna, having taken advantage of Steffi's presumed death, is determined to make her move. She sees Finn as the key to her own happiness and will stop at nothing to see herself reunited with him. Her bitterness towards Steffi grows with each passing day, and she relishes the opportunity to strike at Steffi's weaknesses. Luna knows that Steffi's return is a threat to everything she's worked for, and she will do everything in her power to ensure that Finn never has the chance to choose Steffi over her. As the tension rises and the stakes get higher, Steffi finds herself at the center of a storm that threatens to engulf everything she holds dear. Finn's love for her, already on shaky ground, is now clouded by feelings of betrayal, confusion, and anger. Sheila and Luna, two of her greatest enemies, are closing in on her, each one determined to take something from her, whether it's her family, her relationship with Finn, or even her life. Steffi's return to Los Angeles, once filled with the promise of reconciliation, now seems like the beginning of a new nightmare. For Steffi, there is no turning back. She has lied, betrayed those she loves, and now she must face the consequences of her actions. The question remains, will Steffi and Finn be able to rebuild their relationship? Or is their love doomed to remain in the past, forever scarred by secrets and lies? And with Sheila and Luna lurking in the shadows, will Steffi ever have the chance to find peace and happiness again? Or will the dangers surrounding her continue to haunt her at every turn? As the web of intrigue and betrayal tightens around her, Steffi's fate hangs in the balance. The road to redemption will be long, and the consequences of her actions may be more far-reaching than anyone can imagine. In a world where trust is fragile and enemies are many, Steffi must decide how far she's willing to go to reclaim her life and whether it's even possible to fix the damage that has been done. In the world of the bold and the beautiful, where secrets are as common as love and betrayal, a shocking revelation about Carter's past threatens to shatter everything he's worked for. The discovery that he is the biological father of a child he never knew existed emerges like a bombshell, exploding into his already tumultuous life and sparking a cascade of events that will forever alter the course of his relationships. The child's mother, Quinn, the woman whose past with Carter has been shrouded in secrecy and forbidden desire, holds the key to this revelation. And her role in this dramatic turn of events is far from over. As Carter grapples with the overwhelming truth about his past, he must find a way to navigate the turbulent waters of family dynamics, guilt, and love. The fallout of this revelation threatens not only Carter's relationship with Hope, but it also exposes deep-seated jealousy, insecurity, and distrust that could drive a wedge between them forever. As Carter tries to find a way to break the news to Hope, the weight of his past mistakes bears down on him, and the future of his relationship with her hangs in the balance. Hope, already feeling the strain of their relationship, finds herself overwhelmed by the news. Her jealousy erupts, fueled by the sudden revelation of another woman from Carter's past, and the possibility that her future with him is built on a foundation of lies. What was once a promising love story now teeters on the edge of collapse as Carter's past threatens to unravel everything they built together. As secrets come to light, trust becomes a fragile thread that threatens to snap, and the jealousy that has been brewing in Hope's heart reaches its boiling point. For Carter, the realization that he has a child with Quinn, a child he never knew existed, forces him to confront his past in ways he never imagined. The guilt he feels about his past actions, particularly with Quinn, is overwhelming. He never anticipated that the consequences of that night would come back to haunt him in such a profound way. His love for Hope has been unwavering, but the ghost of Quinn's past looms large, and now he must figure out how to share the truth with Hope, the woman he wants to build a future with. The news of his unexpected fatherhood comes at a time when Carter is already dealing with the emotional fallout from his previous relationships, making this revelation all the more crushing. Quinn, ever the manipulative force in Carter's life, has kept the truth of their night together hidden for years. She has her own motivations for keeping the secret, but as the truth comes to light, Quinn's intentions become clear. She knows that Carter is now deeply involved with Hope, and she sees an opportunity to assert herself once more. She wants to have a presence in Carter's life, and this revelation of their child gives her a powerful tool to do just that. As Carter and Quinn struggle with the implications of their past, their dynamic becomes increasingly fraught. Quinn, determined to have some kind of relationship with Carter, makes it clear that she wants him to be involved in their child's life. But Carter, torn between his feelings for Hope and his responsibility to his newfound child, finds himself stuck in a web of conflicting emotions. He doesn't want to hurt Hope, but he also knows that he has a duty to this child he never knew existed. The tension between his past with Quinn and his future with Hope is palpable, and Carter is caught in the middle, unable to fully escape the ghosts of his past. As Carter struggles with how to navigate this complex situation, Hope is left in the dark, unaware of the growing turmoil within their relationship. She senses that something is off, but she can't quite put her finger on it. The tension between them continues to grow as Carter becomes more distant and Hope's suspicions begin to mount. The seeds of jealousy are planted, and Hope starts to question whether she can truly trust Carter. As Hope's insecurity deepens, her jealousy consumes her, and the once steady foundation of their relationship begins to crack. She becomes fixated on the idea of Carter's past with Quinn, and the idea that he might still have feelings for her. The jealousy that Hope feels begins to take a toll on her emotional well-being, clouding her judgment and making it difficult for her to see things clearly. She can't understand why Carter hasn't been upfront with her about this child, and the lack of transparency only fuels her doubts. As Carter prepares to reveal the truth to Hope, he struggles with the overwhelming guilt of what's to come. He knows that this revelation will shake Hope to her core, and he fears that it might be the final nail in the coffin of their relationship. He has been trying to build a future with Hope, but now, with the arrival of a child he never knew he had, his future is uncertain. The love he feels for Hope is tested in ways he never expected, and as he faces the reality of his fatherhood, he questions whether it's possible to balance his love for Hope with his newfound responsibility to this child. When Carter finally reveals the truth to Hope, it doesn't go as he hoped. Hope, already dealing with her own insecurities and fears, reacts with intense jealousy and frustration. She feels betrayed by Carter, not only for the secrecy surrounding the child, but also for the history he shares with Quinn. Hope's emotions run wild as she confronts Carter, accusing him of hiding the truth from her and not being honest about his past. The jealousy that had been simmering beneath the surface erupts in a fury of anger, and the trust between them, already fragile, begins to crack. Carter, devastated by Hope's reaction, tries to explain himself, but his words fall on deaf ears. Hope is consumed by the jealousy she feels toward Quinn, and her feelings of betrayal cloud her ability to see the situation clearly. She's torn between the love she still has for Carter and the overwhelming fear that their relationship is built on lies and deceit. As their confrontation intensifies, it becomes clear that the path forward will not be easy. Carter and Hope are at a crossroads, and whether they can rebuild their relationship depends on whether Hope can overcome her jealousy and trust Carter again. The revelation of Carter's fatherhood forces both him and Hope to confront their pasts and face the truth of their relationship. For Carter, the stakes are high as he tries to find a way to balance his responsibility to his child with his love for Hope. But for Hope, the battle is even more complicated. Her jealousy, fueled by the shadow of Quinn's presence in Carter's life, threatens to destroy everything they've worked for. As their relationship hangs in the balance, the question remains, can Carter and Hope find a way to rebuild their relationship? Or has the jealousy and betrayal destroyed their chances of happiness forever? The drama and tension between them reach a boiling point, and the stakes could not be higher. What happens next will determine whether Carter and Hope's love survives or if their relationship is irreparably broken. The arrival of a child from Carter's past has shaken the very foundation of their relationship, and the jealousy and distress that have come to the surface may prove impossible to overcome. For now, the future remains uncertain, and the emotional fallout of this revelation will echo throughout their lives. Can love survive in the face of betrayal and jealousy? Or is this the beginning of the end for Carter and Hope? Only time will tell. But one thing is certain. The drama on The Bold and the Beautiful is far from over, and the consequences of this revelation will be felt for a long time.